So honestly, I don't even know how to start this video, but I thought that I kind of want to make a video talking about AI stuff, but it's like, I really don't know how to even start it, so I'm going to just piggyback off the literal god asmongold, and it's like, I don't really have a chance talking about that, because it's like I don't even have like people to talk about this with, and also I wasn't really streaming that much lately, but I thought that I just wanted to give my little opinion. I don't even know who the fuck is this guy he was like watching video about, but and I actually watched that live, and I was like really like drawn to this, what he was like talking, and I thought this is how I'm just going to talk about AI and stuff, because it's like I have thoughts about it, and I thought that lately, now that I've been experimenting with some different type of videos and whatnot, and like giving my opinions and stuff, I thought this is going to be another good chance to do something. But yeah, I'm just going to watch this little fragment part thing, and I'm just going to say stuff that I wanna say already, I think already.
So yeah, it's I don't know. It believes in money, not AI. Sure, yeah. I mean, I don't really care. I mean, if the videos are bad, then they're bad. And I think that that's a good point, right? Is like he's not really doing this because he likes AI. He's doing it because he likes money. I don't really know what the difference is. I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know what's in his head. But if you had to have me guess, I think that you're right. It's not genuine content. I don't watch you because you're a computer. I watch you because of the human connection. That's my choice. If I want to watch anime, if you want to watch anime, then that's on you. I think that trying to watch content because you need the human connection is unhealthy. I do. I think it is. I think it's unhealthy. I think almost everybody does it to a degree, but bad take. I know. I'm not like that. That's why like my viewpoint on this kind of stuff is it's very weird, right? Because you elaborate on what you mean. I think that if you're looking to find content on the internet and the goal with the content that you're looking for is for the content to make you feel like you're not alone or that you're having a human connection, you are fundamentally starting off from a position that is not real. And what I mean by that is that every bit of content that you see on the internet is artificial and it's being presented to you in a specific way. So the pursuit of looking for authenticity or connection is always going to be shaded by some degree of ulterior motive, whether that is attention, money, or both, or something else. And I think that in the process of that, you end up deluding yourself that you're having an authentic experience and you separate yourself more from what the actual human experience is, rather than trying to like look at like, oh, I'm looking at this video and this seems like it's authentic.
Yeah, I know it was a little bit longer clip, but there is like a lot of stuff contained in it that I have thoughts about, and it's like I think that everything that we always used, like since the beginning of like time, was kind of like artificial. I mean, maybe not the beginning of the time, but like the beginning of like, I don't know, technology and whatnot. It's everything like artificial, because even the silly little calculators, it's like, yeah, it's like artificial. It's something making all of those equations instead of people doing that. And I think that, of course, it's inevitable that we will get all of this AI stuff and whatnot, but like I think it's being pushed a little too much on people, and I think maybe that's why people doesn't really also want it. It's like, at least from my personal opinion, I don't even speak for anybody, it's literally just my opinion. It's like If you're having this stuff pushed on you, you really don't want it. All of those AI stuff just like they came about, and then first it was like people were just like, oh, it looks like shit, blah blah blah, and it's like, oh yeah, what you trying to do? Then we had deep fakes and whatnot. Now it's being like pushed all the time. Like I literally see opinions of people being like, I don't even want AI in like an Instagram search or something. I don't even use social media, so like I don't really give a shit. I can see all that stuff being like so violently pushed because all of those corpo bros think that we really want them and they also want to make money of it ASAP. Nobody will win this battle at some point because it's just pushed too much. That's my opinion. It's like I don't really use that many things that might use AI, but also it's like I don't really like seeing it because of course now it looks like shit and whatnot, of course. But also I believe it will stop being shit at some point. For example, even me, I don't even use social media. I don't really use anything at all. But it's like I can see that stuff, like even YouTube stuff, even like on Tumblr, like all of those pretty pictures, and they end up like being AI, and everybody is like, oh, immediately shit. Even though the picture might be like mega fucking fantastic, beautiful, once people know it's AI, it's immediately like bad and shit and whatnot. But I think because it's like it's being pushed to you, even if you don't know this at first, it's like, and then you know it is AI, it's just like, why the fuck do I see that? Why it isn't like the real person? And I think it's like, I think people also doesn't like AI. Maybe there might be a visible human element, like for example, people like, for example, this guy, whoever the fuck it is, the video is about, he's like trying to make this thing look as much as he does, but still it's like it kind of lacks something like human about it, even though it looks like this guy. And I think like, I know it's going to be like the most outrageous example that I ever came with, but you wouldn't fuck a toaster even though it has a hole, even though it can also get really warm, but like I don't think you would like this amount of warmth, right? Even though it's like two holes, the same like toaster and a pussy, you wouldn't do that because it lacks something. And I think it's just like, and it's always a random thing. Like whenever you even look at anything, you can literally say that something has this kind of like a human thing. Like, I don't know, even a bottle of Coke. It's like, it looks like a woman body, like, for example, It's always, I think, have to be this like human element, and if like something doesn't have it, it doesn't tell you anything. Like for example, I don't think there's a lot of people liking the abstract art and whatnot, or like the modern art, because it's like it literally tells you nothing. You look at a thing and you cannot like find a single thing that it's just like just speaks to you. Maybe it's like, that's what I said, it's like random for every single thing you might be looking at, and whatever you are looking at, it has to have like something in it. But like AI has this weird thing, of course it's also called the uncanny valley, but it's like, for example, with those like searches or like the answers or whatever like being generated, it's just like, even though it's all made by people, because AI did not get out of nowhere, it just didn't like poof, came into the existence, right? I think that there is this one, whatever can be, human element that is like missing, and that's why people doesn't really like it. Because even like another example is, for example, those nostalgia core, like dream core, like photos, you have to like find something kind of, I will call it like a human about it. This thing where, for example, you look at those nostalgia core pics and it's like, and you see like, oh, my childhood, whatever. There must be like something in it, and that's what I personally think, and I seen like some opinions, that's why I'm kind of like talking about this. But it's like, I see it this way. That's why, for example, I don't want it, because it's like there's like nothing that I can just pinpoint to this thing. I don't want to like call it like relate to it, because how can I like relate to, I don't know, a picture or whatever, like if I, for example, don't have this like nostalgia for something and whatnot. But it's like it always have to be like this thing. And yeah, also I can agree with that if somebody is looking at the content just to have like some kind of human connection, it's kind of unhealthy, because you will end up just like being like the Bjork bomber, you know, and nobody really wants that. For example, maybe that's why I make videos literally for myself. Like lately I started making just videos like trying to talk about stuff. Maybe it might look like a ramble, but like I think me freestyling and not scripting stuff, it's like the best. But that's what I think. Like I make videos for myself, and like I put myself into it, and like yeah, maybe the streamers might have a persona and whatnot, maybe they do, but like I personally really don't. It's not like something like I act differently. Like later in this video, I'm not going to look for that timestamp, but later in this video he said that you will act differently with your friend group and your grandma, which is kind of like true for some people. And I also do that because, like, for example, I started to work and like I am different to every single person I talk with, because of course also I have autism, so it's like haha, I'm masking and stuff. But it's just like I can understand that thing. But if it comes to like streaming and making videos and whatnot, I literally do this like for myself, and I put myself into it. And if somebody is like relating to that, then I'm really happy. If somebody is watching my videos and likes them and thinks that this is something that they really enjoy watching or like experiencing with me, really cool, nice, good for you, good for me. Yeah, that's what I think. It's like maybe that's why. Also, like, I've been streaming Diablo 2, and like I always have like this little avatar picture of me, but like, to be honest, wish I was able to just like use the camera all the time, so it could be just me all the time. Because it's like I feel better just like showing myself. And since I like started streaming and I started to get to know myself better and just like showing myself more, I think like it's just the best representation of like me and my content. Even though I don't really like this word content, but I'm not going to call this what I'm doing right now art. But yeah, I still think that AI is going to like, for sure it's going to get better, but like now, like literally for now and probably for a few years into the future, it will be just driven but by like money and like just pushing it onto people. I don't really know how people felt when the first computers were made. Like maybe they thought it's like a witchcraft or some kind of thing. But it's like, I think we have like the same kind of like a thing right now, but it's like more pronounced because like literally everybody can just like use internet and talk about stuff everywhere anytime they want. And it's just like, I think that maybe now it's like more visible. I don't know how I would feel if like one day I'm just like living and doing stuff, and then it's just like somebody announces that there's like computers made and whatnot. I would be probably a little bit, you know, off to it if like I didn't have like any experience or anything about that. For sure people probably didn't have this too like before, but I think I would be a little bit standoffish. But like maybe the fact that things weren't like, the news weren't like coming in the second they happened before, you know, unless it's like the stuff on TV and like, you know, if somebody has a good timing or whatnot, I don't even know. But like, I think now whenever something is made, you immediately know about that. And I think maybe also this factor is like you immediately get bombarded with this like AI stuff and whatnot, and it's like you don't even have a time to like cool off, like analyze it. And there's also people who just want to like profit out of it as much as they can. I know it kind of sounds very ramblish right now, but the fact that it's being pushed at us and the fact that it's like kind of no human element in it, it's like that's why probably maybe people doesn't like this. Like for sure I doesn't like it because of that. And I don't know, that's just my opinion, but like I kind of believe that the AI will be better and nicer and more usable and more like friendly to people than it is now, because now it's like being very much ridiculed all the time. And also later in this video he said like the kind of like something about that people have this like, I'm not going to like even quote it, but it was kind of like a thing that people have this like illusion of like power and like something about the cancel culture and whatnot. But like we had literally the example of like the Sonic, you know, the first, you know, design of him for the movie, and then the other one that was a little bit better, and it was all just because people were like collectively just all talking shit about it to the point it got changed. Also, like we always had this like voting and other stuff, and it's like people will always know that they have some kind of power, even if they won't just do it by words, they might do it by violence. But even though it's not really an answer always, people will always know that they can have some sort of power. And it's like maybe that's why it's being like collectively right now. Everybody, almost everybody is like, no AI, we hate AI and stuff. It's being pushed onto people. It's literally like a meteor, like all of those stuff. And it's like, who asked for that? No, not really nobody. I really do believe maybe I will even start using this kind of stuff, but for now I'm just waiting. But also it's like I don't really want things being done by AI. I don't really want to generate anything. I don't really want to like use something to do work for me when I am still very capable of doing that. Maybe that's also like one of the reasons, because people just still want to like use their brain power, you know, to doing things. But yeah, I don't know, I just kind of wanted to like say some stuff about it. I know it's a little bit ramblish, but I thought maybe it's understandable, you know, but that's what I am experimenting about. That's what I think. It's also a thing that AI probably will never do. Just literally sit at the camera and be like, oh yeah, I wanna talk about this thing or whatever and have my thoughts about it, and like not base it on anything. Like literally I'm just basing it on this. So that's just what I think. And yeah, I don't know. Also, I got a new job lately, so maybe I will try to make more stuff, but that's all for now. If somebody is watching this video and got to the end of that, it's like, oh, 20 minutes, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's what I think, and I know it's been a little bit weird and just like all the thoughts accumulated in one, but yeah, whatever. I just kind of wanted to like talk about it, but I didn't really knew how to start. So there we have the, you know, asmongold in here. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to get ready to work because I might be late.